Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of The Social Sit Down, hosted by Talos 360 and myself. My name is Tim Clifford, and we're going to be going through a really interesting topic today. We did a webinar not too long ago around AI and AI in recruitment. It's a really hot topic at the minute. We've seen it in the news with the likes of things like ChatGPT being popular. And what we're going to do is take a look at how AI is going to sit in the world of recruitment, in the world of HR. Some people are a little bit concerned and worried about AI. Others are really excited about the prospect of what it's going to be able to do to make people's lives easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and discuss the pros, the cons, and get a little bit more information about what AI in recruitment is going to look like. Now, to help me with this, I am joined by the host of said webinar, Matthew Walker. Let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Matthew Walker. I'm one of the recruitment consultants here at Talos. And yes, that is right. I did do the webinar on AI recently. I did a lot of research. So hopefully I'm able to share what I've learnt and what our customers have been telling us over these last few years. So as a bit of background, I've been working with in-house HR functions now for the best part of a decade. So, AI wasn't a thing when I first started.
Up until 6 months ago, my only knowledge of AI was in the film Blade Runner and Terminator.
Matrix,
so,
all about Matrix.
All about the Matrix. So yeah, I think it's a new prospect to a lot of people. A lot of people aren't really kind of sure what it is. There's going to be a lot of people watching this who might be worried about how it's going to impact their job.
Sure.
So talk to me a little bit about what you understand in terms of how AI is going to help impact recruitment.
Okay, so AI, artificial intelligence, and I think when people think of AI, they do think of Blade Runner, Matrix, it's going to take over the world. Yeah, we're going to end up working for machines and all that stuff. And it's very much not that. You've actually been using it for a very long time. You've just not really thought about it in that way. So to give you the really easy analysis of it and where you've been using it day to day, you'll have been using it with things like Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So when you purchase a product, you purchase off Amazon frequently.
Yeah.
I don't because
many parcels turning up to the office on a regular basis.
But when you're at the checkout, what happens?
Well, you get all your details are filled in for a start. You can do the swipe buy now, but recommended things you've viewed before, other people bought, that sort of stuff.
That is AI. That is them building a profile on you and your spending habits.
Right, yeah.
And putting two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not scary at all, but very clever because you're going to look at something and go, oh yeah, I'll get that tin opener to go with this.
Next thing you know, your basket's gone from £10 to 100. And
exactly, right?
Yeah, right.
So you've been using it. So you can start to imagine all the things that you're purchasing and doing on a day-to-day. It's about its profile building.
Okay, so on that note, a lot of people are going to be watching this at the minute and going to be start thinking, is AI coming for my job? But more importantly, how am I going to be able to use AI to make my life easier in recruitment and get better quality candidates, things like that?
Well, you won't lose your job because even if you used AI to write your own advert copies, you're still going to need to monitor all that. Yeah. So you're safe.
Yeah.
But in your day-to-day, you need to be thinking around how can we automate more of the recruitment process? And a lot of the time people will go, oh, yeah, but what about the human touch? Well, yeah, that needs to exist. But with automation, through technology, through AI, becomes consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And that is crucial because you want to be giving candidates that same level of experience.
Yeah, you can automate it as much as you want, but if there's no human interaction, the candidate's going to just feel like they're speaking to a robot.
Yeah, balance is key, but consistency is key. And there's lots of things that technology and AI can do to help that process. So the application phase, we call them killer questions or conditional questions, but you want to be able to almost shortlist or remove that candidate at the earliest possible without you having to do too much.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sifting through CVs. Then days are gone. We do have the technology there now to do that for us.
Which is the most time-consuming bit. You want to be able to walk into the system and go, well, this is my pot of gold. These are the candidates I know are already suitable.
Because the system's told me that.
And I've not spent hours trailing through CVs and emails going, who's this? What job have they even applied for?
Depending on the system that you use, so we know with our ATS, it's really easy to do. And it's good because it's based on scoring system, it's weighted and all that stuff. Great. aside from that, what you're looking for then is, when we're posting of a job, are we working with the right job boards, and are the job boards doing the work for us? So we spoke about Indeed there. So not only do Indeed target jobs to candidates, they also target candidates to jobs, to companies. So are we getting the right types of candidate profiles applying for our role?
Yeah.
Most job boards now they do build those profiles on candidates and feed that information into companies. So again, what I would say is we haven't really got time to delve right into that now. Either speak to your job boards or come and speak to us, or whoever your recruitment partner is on that. And then just as we go through that process, your talent pool, is that operating well for you?
Yeah.
So we've got Boolean searching within our talent pool, so I can search a keyword.
Feature,
yeah, it is. And it picks it out of the CV, which is great, because then I end up with a list of candidates. I can email them. I can do what I want with them. Are they getting job alert emails when those roles go out that's applicable to them? This is all AI. That's what it is, and it's using the technology in the right way.
Right.
So my message on this is you're either doing this now and you think, well, actually, I'm already doing this. Great. Because that is AI, that's technology, that's how we're using it in recruitment at this moment in time. And if you're not doing it, then my suggestion is to look at your recruitment processes. Is it time consuming? Is it challenging? Is it getting too much for us? And are there things that I can automate? Things that we've mentioned today that will help that process and make them more productive. And if that is the case, we're always on hand to have that conversation.
Quick one. We work with thousands of organisations who are looking to reduce their admin time spent recruiting, reduce their agency spend, reduce their job board advertising spend. Talos as an organisation have got many different solutions to help you with this. We can help you reduce your admin time in recruitment by about 30%, reduce your job board spend by up to 40% through the connections we've got with the job boards, and more importantly, our amazing applicant tracking system. So if you click on the link in the description, get in touch with us. We'll be able to talk you through how the system works, how it can transform your recruitment processes. Back to the video. So that webinar you did was, I think it was the most engaged with webinar we've done this year, with a lot of interaction, follow up off the back of it, and a lot of questions as well. Yeah, so what sort of stuff, what are other HR professionals and recruitment individuals who might be watching this, what sort of questions were you getting?
Well, aside from what I've discussed today, I think people were surprised that actually it's not as scary as what they might think. So
it's not all Terminator.
No, it's not. It's, and we have come a long way since the days of using Excel and all of that. So I think people were getting a bit caught with that. So it's good. So I offered a lot of reassurance. One question I did get by a couple of the delegates that attended was this idea of, how do I know that a candidate is right for us and vice versa? And that's really interesting. So I delved into this. So I had a few phone calls and a couple of meetings with a few of them after, and just kind of brainstormed this to find out what they meant. And what they were saying was, well, if a candidate applies for the role and they fit the bill skill wise, but how do I know they're going to be the right type of culture fit?
Someone can look amazing on paper, but
and I think organisations are struggling with this generally. And it's something that I know we've always spent a lot of time on, because we've always understood EVP, employee value proposition. We've understood employer brand, and we've understood how to incorporate that into your recruitment process, not just your day-to-day. So we spoke about that. First of all, understand who you are as an employer, map that out properly. Basically, speak to staff and find out what's important to them. In terms of their role, their day-to-day, and understand that across all your different demographics then, so age, gender, location, and find out where your trigger points are and what's great about working here, and also what needs to be improved as well. Understand all of that. Bring that into your employer brand then. Say, right, okay, how does that measure against our core values? Okay, great, they all align. Does our careers page say this? Does all the collateral that's going out replicate who we are? once you've got that, then what you want to be able to do if you are using your technology or however you're going about your recruitment process is say, well, if this is us, we need to ask a certain set of questions to the candidate to understand them.
Yeah.
So whatever we've done with our staff to find out who they are and why they work here and what makes them so great, we need to find out from the candidate. We need to ask the same set of questions to them and do these.
Match it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Culture matching, we call it. And you can do that through technology. But businesses really struggle with that. You know, there are a lot of companies out there who have this technology. Ours is one, of course, but there are many. And again, you can almost use AI to facilitate that, right? So, that was a really, really interesting point because I think people have got the idea of killer questions and talent pool and stuff, but actually, this idea of do they fit with us, you know, because yes, it might be great on paper, but are they going to damage us in any way?
Yeah.
Or are they going to be a fantastic fit or somewhere in between? You really need to understand that piece.
Yeah.
And there are ways and means of doing it.
So I've taken quite a lot from this, and I bet a lot of people watching this will have done as well, because it's brand new and it's something that not a lot of people know a lot of information about. The amount of interaction we got on the webinar clearly shows it's something people want to know more about.
Yeah.
One last question I've got for you. What does the future hold with AI?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Yeah. If we sat down here in 10 years' time, the world's going to be a very different place. What I can tell you, though, is that what we have right now, in terms of our technology and recruitment and AI and everything that comes into play, it's just really exciting what we have right now.
Definitely.
And there's still, to this day, not enough companies taking advantage of what's in front of them. Yeah. So what does the future look like? Who knows? Not a clue.
Hopefully not all being run by robots. But no, Matt, thanks again for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.